guys, this is Sherwin with Gospel Music Buzz. How are you doing today?
Good, good.
Good,
How
how
you
are
doing?
you?
All right. I mean, I'm loving the fashion, man. You guys are looking pretty stellar back there.
Oh, thank you. We try
Yeah,
to
we
clean it
try
up
to
a little
match. Yeah,
bit.
I try to
Yeah.
match.
I see. I guess I'll kick this off with Anna first. Anna, you are somewhat torn between family as well as your love interest. Have you ever had to deal with that in real life?
He said we are starting big.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Have
only
I
have like 3 minutes,
had
so
in my real life? You know what? I have. I have, I
okay.
have, I have. I think, I was born in Senegal. I'm very much of the
Okay.
culture. My parents are very deeply rooted in it. And so there's a desire from them for me to find someone of that heritage. But there aren't a lot of Senegalese people out here. So I guess in that sense. Sure.
And then when you for your character, at some point started to, look into Clarence and start, see him in a fond new light. What did you
Right.
believe was, that turning point for her to say, hey, before I was kind of, thinking he might have been a little bit sketchy, but I'm gonna give him a chance now. What was that turning point like for her?
Well, I think both Clarence and Varinia have these arcs, right? They start in one way and then they end at the end of the film in another. And the way that they end is a more evolved state, a more open-minded state, a more of a state of stepping back and seeing everything for the truth of what it is instead of standing too close to something and not being able to see the full thing. And so for Varinia, I think she realized that they share the same values, that he is and has always been very good to her, very loving of her, very much cherishing her, and so she realizes all the time that she's wasted rejecting someone that truly did just love her for who she was, and so yeah.
Love that. Thank you. RJ, over to you. Your character, I would say, definitely had a very strong sense of loyalty. No matter what was happening, you
Mhm.
showed up, you had your boys back, you were there throughout the whole thing. How would you kind of translate that into 2023? You had a friend like that have all of these ideas, thinking about going down a path. How do you see that playing out today?
I am that friend. I ask my friends on the daily, just trust me. I know it sounds stupid, but I think it'll work out. You feel me? And if I didn't feel my source right with God first, He wouldn't be able to kind of guide me through who to
Yeah,
attach to for that type of loyalty, right?
come on.
So my circle consists of a few, but all of those few, I can give them my heart, tell them to go around the world, don't get no speck of dust on it, and it'll be the same way when it get back to me. You know what I'm saying? So it really reflects me. It was easy to slip into that sense of what the
Wow.
character needed to bring because my circle is like that. We don't always know the end of our ideas, you feel me? But if Aaron or Zizi say, hey, I got this idea, it's not my job to, talk them out of it or tell them how it's impossible. It's my job to support how it could be possible, even though none of the guidelines say that this could work. Like that's my job as a friend. So when it comes to Elijah, to show that loyalty,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we need to see betwixt, black people, show us to be that way between each other.
And I think that's a great point because Elisha was also, expressing concerns at certain point when he was like, "Oh, I'm seeing like a shift, right? First we are going into this for the bread, but then things are kind of shifting." How would you kind of broach that subject? Now you're with your friend, you're going in one path, but then you're seeing things changing. But now you got to decide: do I want to confront them with that change? Do I want to skirt around it? Like, how would you approach that?
I mean, you got to give the truth, whether it tastes like, medicine or if it tastes like orange juice, depending if you like orange juice or not. Me personally, I love
You
orange
love it,
juice. I
right,
love
right.
orange juice. But if it's something that means something to you, right, it doesn't really have to make all the sense. You feel me? Love don't
Love
make
that.
sense, but we all
Yeah,
aspire
yeah.
to grasp it someday. You feel me? The tracks to get into it are reckless. They're oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you get to it, Like you don't even recognize it. That's what you're at. You just feel a different being of yourself, right? So that's all in a spark of growth. You feel me? I feel like the opportunities that Clarence had to change his approach, right? He took them. You know, I have the opportunity to be this disciple, even though he may have been doing it for this reason. God had him doing it for this reason. You feel me? So even though we may think, oh, there was, no, it's always going to switch. But at the end of the day, God got you. You feel me? Like it's always a plan.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, it takes away the fear aspect. You feel me? Don't be scared of failing or coming into contact with something new. When you're new, apply it to where you can then reach your greatness. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know how to, just try it a little bit.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. I love that. I love both of your roles. You guys played it just flawlessly. I can't wait for everyone else to be able to experience what I was able to experience. And then last question here before we get pulled away, back to you, Anna. You know, what was your just, you know, preparation like when you got that call? Like, hey, this is what it is that's in front of you. This is a script. You're jumping into it. What was your preparation like?
I just thought a lot about who this woman was and, you know, what her life was like during this time. I ended up coming to, this is kind of like a lawless land at the time. Like her brother Jedediah is someone who uses violent means and is very much, they call him Jedediah the Terror because he's a terror. And you know, so this is part of her world, and it would make sense that she would desire someone, that a partner that is stable and that can protect her and that can help her build the kind of life that she wants, and she doesn't see that in Clarence. So I just thought a lot about her goals, and why does she keep rejecting Clarence was a question I had to, you know, ask myself, and that's kind of what I came to. And Jeymes was so great. We had a lot of conversations about who Verinia was and what this world looks like, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And now I'm out of time. Thank you so much. You guys were awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.